ask, what do I want? I titled it, what do you want? Because I'm asking you that question. What do you want to supersize and grow and build your business? Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Today we're talking about, and our action item is to actually answer this question. Don't just ask it, but answer it as well. When somebody asks me, what do I want? I can usually knock it out right now really quickly in a sentence or two because I've been practicing for a long time and really thinking about and working on this question. It's one of those huge questions. If we don't know and identify what we want for our business, what we want it to look like, what we want it to feel like, the impact we want it to have. And I like to consider all the different areas and aspects of the 9-part life framework that we talk about every day. Not every day. We don't talk about it every day, but we talk about a part of it every single day because together it creates who we are and who our organization is. So I'm going to show you: physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, financial, relationships, contribution, communication, and confidence. I actually do this. When I say, what do I want? I don't just have an overarching, I want to be a $1 billion business. I say, what do I want for my business in each of these different areas and aspects? And I write it down. I write it down in my annual challenge notebook because then I know I can go back and look at it and say, all right, well, this is what I wanted in December of 2025. Here it is, December of 2026. How many of those things have I ticked off? And the topic that we were talking about tomorrow will lead right into that because it's part and parcel to how we make sure that we achieve those things that we want in our business. And the thing about in our business, it's not just up to us. Our business is about people, right? And organizations and systems and processes and finances and all kinds of things. But almost nobody can create the business of their dreams in a vacuum. And so it involves relationships and everything else. So today, my question for you is, what do you want? What do you want most for your business? And if you can nail it down to one sentence, I would love to see that. Share in the comments below. But if you're like me and you're like, okay, I can't decide, I do one for each area, and then I take all of those, I look at them, and I try to boil it down into a couple of sentences, one or two, so that I have the essence of what it is that I want at the top of my mind all the time. Why do we want to do that? Because if we think about and focus on what we want to have, that's how we will achieve it. It's not because, and there's a lot more to it than that, right? We don't just dream of something sitting on the couch and say, oh, I want to be a billionaire. And then all of a sudden we sit on the couch, we think about it every day and we visualize it and boom, we're a billionaire. Well, it just happened to somebody in the lottery, but it doesn't happen for the vast majority of us. So let's not count on that as a strategy. So today, what do you want? What do you want for your business? Boil it down, share it in the comments below. Encourage other people that have shared theirs and see if you don't get some inspiration from other people that have shared their big what do you want. And you'll also see that there's common themes in what we want as human beings. There's also unique things, but there's a lot of common threads that show us that as human beings, we are a lot more alike than we are different. All right, if I can help you in any way, hit me up and ask. Voice is kind of coming back. Feel a little clutch in my throat, but it's definitely on its way back. All right, have an awesome day, and I will, of course, be with you tomorrow.